Hey everybody, Wes here from Destination EDM. Thank you for tuning in. We're here to actually go over Ultra Music Festival as another festival season does approach us. We're going to be going over some changes from Ultra Music Festival as well as some tips to kind of help you get by. But before we go into that, there's actually a new festival. It's the world's first Bitcoin festival. It's called Sound Money Fest, and it's April 6th through the 9th. And you can actually learn about Bitcoin. For those of you who don't know about it, the lineup is decent. There's Logic, there's Deadmau5, Holo, Steve Aoki, plus many more. So feel free to check that out. All right, so let's get right into this. We're going to go over some of the changes as far as Ultra Music Festival. The last Ultra Music Festival was actually held in 2019, and that was on Virginia Key. And we actually went to this festival, and we had a blast. So it was actually a really good time. It was scheduled to return to Bayfront Park in 2020, but as many of you know, unfortunately COVID happened, and it has actually skipped 2 years now. Now we're back in 2022, and we have a lot to go over. So Ultra reached an agreement with the Downtown Neighbors Alliance in 2021. No details have actually been released. They left it as confidential, but most likely we can kind of guess that there was a monetary settlement that was reached. Hey, money talks, right? So hey, more power to them if they got it to happen, right? So what was released as far as the issues, we have here construction schedule, the park closures, as they have many different parks through Bayfront Park, noise monitoring impact, and traffic management. So that stuff was discussed. So what we will experience from this, or what does this mean for us? Well, it's going to be the same Friday and Saturday, but Sunday it is going to be cut off at 10 o'clock sharp. So that's the difference this year. All right, so next we're going to look at the Ultra Music Festival map from 2020. So it actually gives us a good idea for what we can expect from 2022. The first thing is that there is no return of the Acadia Spider stage. Unfortunately, it was a really cool stage to see, but unfortunately they are not bringing that back. The Cove stage will actually be where the old UMF radio stage was. The new UMF radio stage will be on the opposite side of the festival, and that's where the Intercontinental Hotel is. And that's in the vicinity of the older Acadia Spider stage, kind of in that general vicinity. Alright, and the State of Trance is no longer going to be in the Megastructure on day 3 like it normally was in the past. It is actually instead going to be on the worldwide stage, and it's going to be on day 1, so you may want to plan accordingly for that. Also proposed in 2020 by Ultra to the Neighborhood Alliance was actually a decibel decrease from 110 decibels down to 104 decibels, and that's actually from 60 feet away. So there might be a little bit of a sound change. That might also be what was in that neighborhood agreement to start, but again, not made public. That was turned down, but there could potentially be a change of sound as well. Alright, so now we're actually going to move on to the tips for your festival, and we're going to start out with the most obvious one. Everybody probably hears it, but if you were a new festival goer, make sure that you please stay hydrated. This goes for any festival. I will tell you, Florida is definitely hot during the day, generally, especially during festival time. And it is usually cool during the evening, but still stay hydrated throughout the day. You'll be glad that you did. And next, make sure you download the Ultra app, which can actually help you earn points towards your status. It can actually give you access to lower ticket prices during pre-sale. So that's kind of a cool thing that you can do. We have done that, and those points will add up, especially if you're going to any Ultra events. All right, and the next thing, visit the Cox Megastructure. It's actually one of the best production stages that's going to be at Ultra. It is solely techno, tech house, but it is awesome. So check it out, give it a look, and let us know what you think. All right, next, so when leaving the festival, and if your hotel is not in walking distance of the exit, I would say make sure that you do walk a few blocks or maybe even more, so that way you can kind of get away from the crowd to catch an Uber or Lyft. It can kind of make it easier for your Uber or Lyft driver to find you, especially during the time of the crowd being let out. The next tip we have is Ultra can actually be pretty strict when it comes to bags, so make sure that I would say stick to a camelback with maybe one compartment. I cannot count how many backpacks with huge backpacks I've seen that are nice and expensive but are just confiscated because people don't want to deal with it, so they just say forget it and they just throw them away, and that's what Ultra will do, is throw them away. Which leads me to my next point. Go to the prohibited items list for the Ultra Music Festival, and we can actually, we'll be putting that in the description below, so check that out before going to the festival. It can save you a big headache. Alright, so festival goers, our last tip that we have for you today. If you want to get to the festival on time or early, make sure that you at least arrive 1 hour before the gates are scheduled to open, because it will be very, very busy. We can attest to this for many years in the past that we've gone, and it's busy. So make sure if you do want to get there at the start, you're at least an hour early, maybe even 2. Alright guys, we hope that you have a great festival. For those of you who are going, those who aren't able to make it, please keep in mind we do record these sets and try to make them available whenever possible. So we try to get as many as we can. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please comment and subscribe, and have a great festival season. See you later.